is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have a very special stream for you guys tonight. I have assembled Collector Joey, Iron Logan, and Zord Photography to rank every single Iron Man's. Now, granted, I have to let you know right off the bat, there were a few figures that I had these organized in categories of 4 armors per page. There just wasn't enough for the last page for the D100 Iron Man, which is the red and silver, and this is going to exclude every Whiplash armor. This is going to exclude Ironmonger. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and bring in my first guest. You know him. He is my host on Copper Drop on Thursday nights. You know him as Collector Joey. How are you, Joey?
Yo, what is up? Doing good, doing
Mr.
good.
Iron Man himself, dude.
I know. Finally on the other side and just taking orders from you now. So
this is so weird. I don't like this. You know, no. You can't just give me like the side-eye dog emoji or anything like that, bro.
I can't. No,
I'm excited to do this with you tonight. You were my first guest in mind.
Yeah.
When I'm on my, I guess, adventure right now is collecting the Hall of Armor behind me. I had this idea for stream and I was like, Joey, I feel like would be all over this. And you were. So thank you 100%. For coming, man. Our next guest, you know him from every single time there's a new release drop and you say, man, I want to see what that looks like when it's posed up in some good lighting. And you go over to Mr. Zord Photography's page. Patrick, how you doing, brother?
What up, guys?
Good to see you, man.
Joey, what up, Danny? Dude, thank you for having me on.
Dude, of course,
and dude. That Daredevil pose, I love it.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. You enjoying the show?
Hell yeah. I'm psyched for tonight.
Dude, we get 2 episodes too.
That's crazy.
Thank you. Thank you, Disney Plus. You blessing us. You blessing us. Our next guest, bro. Our next guest, he has, I believe, taken a day out of work to make it to here tonight because there's Joey, right? He's an Iron Man connoisseur. But when you think of 1/6 scale Iron Man collectors, one comes to mind specifically in this community, and his name is none other than Iron Logan himself. How you doing, John?
Hey, mate. Hey, guys. Thanks for having me here. Happy to be here. When you message me, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to talk to Iron Man. Of course,
dude, yeah. Got it. And there's so many. If you're new to this hobby, too, like how can you navigate how many Iron Mans are out there, right? And there's so many versions of the same one. We're gonna break it all down tonight, guys. Not only that, we have a game planned. Okay, so instead of doing a tier list and just us sitting here and be like, I like that one. I like that one. That one's okay. That'd be boring and you guys wouldn't want to watch that. So I have selected a game for us to play tonight in which these gentlemen are going to have to choose between some of the coolest armors, but only be able to pick one from each slide. At the end of each 9 slides, we're going to pick out of the 9 that they chose, their top 3. This is going to be their personal top 3s, which I will post separately on YouTube. And if you're looking for the top 3 Iron Man's Hot Toys ever made, go look at this video. There's some good references here. So, gentlemen, are we ready?
Yes.
I think this is going to be kind of hard on y'all. I don't know. I've tried to make this as hard as I possibly can. So we have the Homecoming armor, and then we have the Civil War armor. And then we have some Star Boost action going. That's the House Party Protocol along with the Heartbreaker. I was going to put the marks on all of these, but I don't think you guys care what marks these are. Joey.
Yes.
What are you feeling about this, bro? How are you feeling? What are you, out of all these 4 armors, which one is calling your heart most?
Well, the bottom 2, those are a little bit different. I think I wouldn't do that Iron Man 3 Heartbreaker. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that one at all. But it looks interesting. I think I've seen that one. It looks a little bit more toyetic.
Yeah, I think a lot of those old Iron Man 3 armors, granted, I didn't put every single one on here because a lot of them are plastic.
Yeah.
These 2, I believe, are plastic, but I threw them on there because they're pretty cool looking. Like the Star Boost one looks nice.
Star Boost was one I've always had my eye on just because it was so different and it looks really cool. But then you leave me with these 2 up top. And I know that Iron Man before the Iron Man 47, the one to the top left, was really sought after at one point. Like it was like going up for over $1,000, I think, at one point.
Wow. Is that the version with like is that the reissued Civil War based one?
It's not any. I think it was the one even before that because I think Justin was doing like a video on it. Yeah. Showing that he bought it finally, and then they reissued it. So I was like, "Dang!"
Look, bro, it's an Iron Man figure. We already know if they release only one version of it, best believe you can. Bet
but this was like a long time ago, though. So it wasn't like when they were reissuing everything. So I really liked that armor, but I think I'm gonna have to give it to the 46. That's one I'm really looking for. A lot of the time, I'm still trying to find it under at least try to find like a steal for 250. I think I've seen somebody post it for that much, but I just haven't got around to actually buying it because I got other stuff I'm buying. But 40 that's 46, right? I don't want to get it wrong.
The Civil War version, right?
Yeah, the Civil War. Yeah.
46.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'll take the 46.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm supposed to give a long answer like that, but I did.
You can't. Yeah, I love long answers. I mean, that's really what's that's what's going to make this show. And as somebody who's watching the replay, they're looking like, okay, a lot of these maybe look the same. Some of these armors are just literally a little bit of repaint here and there on some of the armor plating. So yeah, it's good to give long answers, and I'm expecting that from y'all. So Zord, what are you feeling out of these 4, bro?
Well, right off the bat, out of all 4 of these, I feel the homecoming suit the most. I know it's just a repaint, but it's like it goes off so hard based off the Ultimate Comics. That's the reason why I was like gravitate to that suit. Like I said, I know it's a repaint, but
it's got that open helmet too, dude. Like you can't go wrong there.
That was a good one. That's why I was so happy they reissued it because that was going for a lot. Yeah, I remember it was people were like tripping, paying like so much for it, and then once it reissued, it just sat on like Sideshow for so long.
Yeah. It's sad when a figure does that too, right? You're like, dude, this used to be a Grail and now they've reissued it.
Not about the 47, right?
Yeah, it's
47.
Yeah, it's 47, yeah. Okay. So Mark 47 is your choice. Okay, good. Do you have anything else about that armor? Like, is Homecoming your favorite in the trilogy, or would you say it's No Way Home?
I would say No Way Home. Homecoming, I understood the premise of it, but I think I started getting that fatigue a little of like Iron Man's influence too heavily in the MCU, which I still understood because he started it all, but I think I started to kind of feel like it was kind of dragging when he started coming up in like every form of MCU media. But it was still iconic though, and I'm happy they brought it into live action.
What I like about the 47 is that you can basically have it in like Sentry mode where the face is like up, without anything inside. I like that about that one.
Especially if you are like Joey and you have a bash Tony Stark or two.
Yeah, you can just
have him drinking or doing whatever in front of the armor. I like that option. John, I feel like you're gonna be the tiebreaker here, bro. What are you feeling here?
Yeah, I think I am. Well, Heartbreaker is pretty cool. I mean, I love Iron Man 3, but it's not one I would pick over the ones that we've got here. Starboost is cool, and I like in the comics that I think he used that to go to outer space. So there's that to it. And a mate I have has actually made the Starboost in cosplay. Frankly built. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's made that suit in cosplay and in person, like as an actual suit. It looks sick. Yeah, it does look sick. 47, I love in hand because the metallic silver is just the way the light hits it when you have it under the lights looks fantastic. I do like the open Sentry helmet. I don't know if you guys can see it, but up in my Spider-Man display there, he's in my Homecoming display. On the contrary, I actually loved him in Spider-Man Homecoming just because I love Tony so much. And Tom, I really like their relationship together. And I like the fact that he was one of the people to teach Tom the lesson that without the mask, if you can't be Spider-Man without the mask, then you're not Spider-Man. I really like that. I thought that tied into that story really well.
John, I was just watching a video today about that, like how the contrast between Homecoming and No Way Home, like Peter's asking him to not take the suit away to No Way Home, where he's telling Doctor Strange, dude, make everybody forget me. It's okay if I'll be alone. Like it's
a good lesson that he learned. It was definitely a good lesson, and Tony was there for that. So I do love the suit for that. Paint scheme wise, I love the silver and red. It's fantastic. Now, when you put the two figures together with the 46, it's the exact same figure with a different paint job. I've got the original Mark 46 that has the bruised eye head sculpt. So that one's a special one to me. So I'm probably going to go the 46 just because of the film. I mean, the suit's the same, so both suits are fantastic. Color scheme wise, maybe an edge to the 47, but overall, if I'm talking about figures, I would go the 46 just because of the representation of Civil War, the film, the fact that you get the battle damaged chest plate, the bruised eye on the head sculpt. That is a grail for me, and I actually hunted that one down a while back. I didn't get the reissue. I got the original because I wanted I wanted the head sculpt with the bruised eye. So I'd probably go the 46 because come on, it's the Mark 46.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what he battled Cap in. So 46 for me, brother.
I think that battle damage chest piece is one of the best battle damages for Iron Man I've seen.
Yeah.
I really love it.
It's sick.
Being able to
It's
put the
sick.
shield in the chest is
Because I know they sold some without it, and I was like, bro, I don't think I would buy it without it because it looks so good. Because it's like cracked right across his like the arc reactor, so it looks.
Hang on, I'm gonna. Let me just show you. Let me just show you, boys.
Let's see. Put us.
Show
Let me
and
take us to
tell.
school.
Show and tell.
That's what we do here. So with the battle damage chest plate and
shield
and the shield
that looks
and the I've got him holding the shield because he's
it looks cool.
But with that head sculpt, this suit is just 10 out of 10.
I need it.
You gotta get it, Joey.
Yeah.
Come on.
yeah, it looks sick.
That's my next one though. That is my next one I'm looking for.
Oh, I
You
thought
gotta
Civil
get
War was gonna be your next one, Joey.
Yeah, that
He's
is
gonna hang
Civil
with me
War.
on the table
Isn't
now.
it?
Oh,
Isn't that
okay.
Civil War?
It is.
Yeah.
It's Civil
Tiny.
War.
I'm looking at
It's
through my
Civil War.
tiny
Yeah.
phone right now. I'm sorry, yo.
It's okay.
So 46 all the way.
46 all the way. Cool. All right. Well, good choices, gentlemen. That's the easy one. I started this one out easy because I figured none of y'all were gonna choose the bottom two. All right, but it's gonna get more tricky. So just wait. See what we got next. Let's see. We got some bangers in here.
Okay.
Absolute bangers.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And by the way, I forgot to choose last one. It's obviously going to be Civil War, man. Come on, you can't go wrong with Civil War's armor.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm gonna start from the bottom on this one. John, what are you gonna choose between the Silver Centurion, Mark 42, Mark 5, or the Mark 1? These are all iconic in their own right.
Damn you. I was hoping the other guys would go first so I could have a think about it. I need to marinate.
Make sure you know what. Fine, that's cool. We'll come back.
No,
to
no, it's fine. It's fine. I'll step up. I'm not going to beat you out. I'll do it. Okay. All right. Look, I'm a nostalgia guy. So number one, nostalgia-wise, I love the suit out of the cave. That whole journey with him and Jensen in the cave and building the suit. It's freaking epic. Come on.
Yeah.
So I love that. Mark 5, I love it. I love the moment that it's in. The moment is fantastic. 42, the 42 in the ground pound pose. I mean, that pose is pretty sick. 42 is fantastic. Silver Centurion is also really nice. But honestly, I love Iron Man 3. I really do love Iron Man 3. So I think the 42, more for the nostalgia of the film, the fact that it is kind of a character in its own in the film, as it, it's the prodigal son. I made a whole video on it. I went deep on this figure. I have the quarter scale of it. So having the quarter scale, I think, probably leans me that way a little bit more, just because it's so beautiful in hand. And I've got him lit up with fusion reactors. So when you light him up, it's just phenomenal looking. So I think definitely the 42, and with the new one coming, with the head sculpt and the battle damaged arm, come on.
Best battle
42
damage
for me.
they've done yet on an Iron Man figure, I think.
Yeah,
Arguably.
I'm looking forward to the Tony sculpt too. The sculpt looks really
yeah.
good. So I'm really looking forward to that. But man, this is tough. See, I like all of them, but really if I had to pick 42, that probably saw the most action out of all these suits. So being that I get to see him do more action in the film and then relate that to posing the figure, I think definitely 42.
Nice. That's a good option.
Interested
Man.
to see what you guys say.
It's that Iron Man 3 nostalgia. I think I was telling somebody this. I forget who I was telling, but they asked me like where I got my nostalgia for Iron Man from. And it was the first time I got to skip school. I went to this Iron Man marathon that they were doing for Iron Man 3, and it was a few days before it came out, and I skipped school to go watch Iron Man 2, Avengers in 3D, and then Iron Man 3 in 3D, and the theater brought us pizza and ice cream. It was a core memory, right? At the time, kid me hated Iron Man 3. Adult me loves Iron Man 3 because I think it's an underrated sleeper hit for the MCU. Back in the day, I was like, bro, that wasn't the fucking Mandarin. That wasn't comic book accurate. Yeah. Now it's cool.
I don't care about any of that. I don't care about any of that, mate. For me, the film is about Tony's journey. That's all that mattered to me.
Dude, the best part of Iron Man 3 to me, I think, is showing that he's more than the suit, right? That sentiment
Which is
of
the
what
lesson he gives to Peter.
Yeah, I love it.
There you go.
Rhymes like poetry. or sorry, input the George Lucas. It rhymes like poetry. Let's see, Zord. What are you feeling for slide number 2?
Kind of hard because I was thinking about it. I'm like stuck between the 42 and the Mark 1, but I'm kind of more towards the Mark 1 because I recently got that. And when it first released, I was never like, oh, I needed that Mark 1. But when I recently got it as a gift, I was like, dude, I slept too long on this figure. It's not super posable, but it does give that nostalgia feel for it. And just unboxing it, setting it up, I end up watching all 3 of the movies again. And yeah, now I'm on that train right now where I feel like, dude, like I have a lot more love for the Mark 42, only because like I didn't like Iron Man 3 as much, and like the main suit was the 42, but then after rewatching it, yeah, I kind of like the movie as a whole now, and the suit is growing a lot more. So I'm pretty hyped for the 42. But out of these 4, I would probably go for the Mark 1 still, just because like it's just how it all started.
Yeah,
you know?
He built it in a cave with a box of scraps. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Now you're making me feel guilty. Damn it!
No. No takey backsies in this stream. All right, this is a game show. No. Good answer, Patrick. Joey, I feel like I know where this answer's gonna go, but
yeah. So the Mark 1 is really nice. I like it. But it doesn't give me, I know it should give a lot of presence to it, but for me it doesn't really, because it's a lot shorter than all the other Iron Mans. It's really, you have to put it on that base to make it above all the other ones, which it should be huge. But I know in the movie it wasn't like that, but it made it feel like that in the movie. Iron Man Mark 42, right? That's 42, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Gold one.
That one I really like when there's a lot of red in the suit. So when it has a lot more gold, I don't really I mean I like it. I like it because of the battle damage. I love battle damage Iron Man. Anything battle damage Iron Man I'm taking. And that's one Iron Man that I have not and don't feel like getting. So it's not gonna be that one. When I opened this Mark V, though, I really felt like it was like one that's like a sleeper Iron Man that I didn't feel like was gonna like look good. I just bought it because it was part of the original 7. But when I opened it, I was really surprised, especially with some of the battle damage parts, and like you can have his arm fully out. You can switch his arm out and everything. So I liked the 5, and the other one above it. I mean, that's just a no from the beginning. But
you don't like Silver Centurion, huh?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
But I know. I'm sorry, but I do like the 5. I like the 5 a lot. So I'm gonna pick 5 because, and also it has that nostalgia as well. Iron Man 2. I remember going to watch that in the theaters whenever that scene happened, and he put it on for the first time, and it was a suitcase. Like that was really cool as well. It comes with the suitcase, and even some of the other variants of this one come with the suitcase, like where he's pushing the case in, and it's like where he's about to suit up. I like that a lot. So I'm just gonna go with 5.
That's a good. I thought that's what you were gonna pick, Joey.
Yeah.
I know we both got that love for Mark V, dude. Yeah, it's a very sleek armor. I think Mark V is the most.
It's different. It's really different.
It's very different, and I think it's the true Silver Centurion, even though I do love that Silver Centurion armor. I'm with John on this one. I got the nostalgia, like I said, for Iron Man 3, and I'm on the fence of the party that doesn't mind a gold Iron Man. Like, as I'm collecting the Hall of Armors, you'll notice, like, as you get more and more of them, you're like, wait a minute, 4 of these are red and gold. Like, very, very identical. Like, they look really good, but you're like, on the shelf from your eyesight, you're like, it's hard to tell the difference. This Mark 42 is easily recognizable. So I think it's iconic for that alone.
When Pepper comes home and he's sitting on the couch with him. Like,
he's like, what is this, Mark 15? And he looks down and says 42. Yeah. I love that. I love it. So thank y'all for y'all's thoughts on that one. So I got Joey at Mark 5, and I got John at 42, me as well at 42, and Zord, you are choosing Mark 1. Nice.
I have a whole diorama for Mark 1.
Here, in my opinion, is the the hardest one of the night.
F you, Joey, and F you, Danny. Why I got to put these together? I got to put these together. God damn it!
You know, because here's the thing: if I put these all separate, then at the end of the show, all three of y'all would have just been like putting these three at the top. Okay, no. Can't be having all that. One, all right. The rest of these get trashed and thrown into the garbage compactor forever.
Please make Joey go first.
Joey,
I'll go first.
you were gonna go first, Joey.
Damn. Okay, so there's so many iconic scenes with the top two, especially on his first flight was the top two. Was the Mark II, and then you have the tank scene was the Mark III where he shot the small little missile, and it just blew up and he turned around and then it blew up. That was like one of the most iconic scenes of my childhood. And then you have the Mark VI, which is from Avengers, correct?
And Iron Man 2.
And Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
And then he had the Mark IV where he's eating the donut and stuff like that. That's really iconic as well. So you got all four of these. But I would say the one that if I had to not give up, I would have to keep the 3 just because of how iconic that is. I love the 6, but I think I'm gonna have to go with 3.
Go with 3, huh?
Yeah, because that's just my childhood right there. That's literally it. So I'm gonna stick with 3, and I'll text you that.
I got you. I put you down right now. Cool.
Okay.
I mean, you bring up some good points. Mark III, I think for a lot of people, if you had to pick one Iron Man, that's going to be the one that a lot of people pick just because of its iconic factor. And that tank scene, not to mention, this is the one that he fights Ironmonger in.
Yeah.
And this is probably the one, like a lot of people my age probably had the action figure of it growing up. So it makes sense.
Mark VI is so beautiful though, man. When I opened that figure up, I was like,
and I have a personal attachment to that, right? Because I drunkenly carried that through Manhattan with you guys.
I mean, look at that.
Joey.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you.
Joey.
Yeah.
The battle
baby.
Oh, the quarter scale.
Quarter scale,
damn.
baby.
Oh, damn. Oh, that's a new one.
Right.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
Bro, the head sculpt, come on. The head sculpt.
Man.
It's an upscaled Mark II head sculpt, which for whatever reason makes it look better, I think.
Yeah, definitely the quality they can put into a quarter scale head sculpt is up there.
Top notch.
God damn though, it is a ball. Like the battle damage on, if you like battle damage, the battle damage
That's
on
it,
is
yeah.
phenomenal.
I saw one review on it. It looked really good.
Yeah. I haven't done a video on this one yet.
You need to. I want to watch it.
Yeah, please do. Please do a posing session. I like watching.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'll get one of them done.
I like requesting like what videos I want to see. That's cool. Let's see. Zord.
Oh man.
I know this is a tough one. You just
It's
got
not
Mark
fair.
II recently. That's a
I got all 3 except 4. I got all of these recently. Especially like the moment I got the Mark VI, the gantry one,
dude.
I was like, dude, I'm hooked. Like these are good. Like they're like the reissues on these are crazy. And dude, this is so hard. And I just got the Mark III, and the 2 is so good too, especially all the removable parts. They're all so iconic. But honestly, like right away when you see this list, the first thing I went straight to is the Mark III.
Mark III, huh?
Yeah, because it's iconic. Like you can't. If I went back to my past self when I had no money and I saw Hot Toys for the first time, the first thing I thought of all the time was the Iron Man figures. It's what I think when Justin did his review on the Mark III, this is when it was like the rubber abs where it's like one solid piece. I wanted that figure so bad, but now having it, dude, it's like a mission accomplished. So all for
it's like a trophy,
reason,
isn't it?
Yeah, bro, I'll go for Mark III.
Mark III, huh?
My pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mark III, like I said with Joey's, man, it's gonna be a lot of people's pick overall. No matter what we say during the duration of this stream, like that's gonna win all day, every day. All right, John. The hardest decision of the day for you.
Right. Okay, let me pre-frame a few things here. I'm going to do the film-wise and the figure-wise because I think that makes a big difference for me.
Okay.
I think aesthetically, best looking suit for me is the Mark IV because I love that chest plate. He looks like that figure in hand with the chest plate. Whilst it's basically the same as the Mark VI, right? Except the chest plate. Now I've got both of these figures in 1/6 and in quarter scale. The presence the Mark IV has with the physique and the musculature of the shoulders and the chest plate together, the hips, the legs, I think is the best looking suit out of all of them. So I'll put that down as the 4 is probably the best looking that I find appealing aesthetically, musculature. He looks more muscly. The 6 is just that with a different chest plate, essentially. Figure wise, you get the gantry and all the switch up pieces. So, you know, with the 4, the figure, you get the donut, the cool head sculpt, which I've kit bashed into another figure because that's actually one of the best Tony head sculpts I've seen for an older figure. So that's great as a figure. The 4's great, best looking for me, really cool accessories with all the stuff that comes with it. The 6 is a step up because it's the one I have is the reissue with the gantry, so that's fantastic too. Head sculpt not as good, I would say, as the 4. 2, fantastic. It's basically the same as the 3. It's just figure wise, it's got the different switch outs. But if I had to just have one suit, it would still be the 3. And that is because in hand, the 3 is phenomenal. Like I have 2 of it because I'm that crazy. So the 3, not just because it's a great figure, it's heavy, it's chunky, he's wide, he's got big shoulders. Whilst maybe it's not as nice looking to me as the 4 is, nostalgia wise, Iron Man 1 is my favorite MCU movie. Robert Downey Jr. is one of my favorite actors. Iron Man's my favorite character. My name is Iron Logan, for Christ's sake. I have 25 Iron Man figures. Iron Man 3 Mark III is the figure because I watch that movie every year, sometimes twice a year, 3 times a year, because I just love everything about it. So it's
nostalgic, man.
Number 3, baby. Yeah. Mark me down.
Mark 3.
Lock him in, bro.
I got you down for Mark 3, John. So for me, this one's hard. You would think that since I created it, I already know my answer, and I don't. My heart is saying Mark II just because of, and figure-wise, just because of the aesthetic. But once I get my hands on Mark IV, I feel like Mark IV might take the cake. Mark III is good. I need to get that one back. I'm beating myself up for selling that one. But I got Mark VI in a special place with some special friends, so this is very tough. I'm gonna go ahead and say Mark IV though, because I feel like that's that cherry red with the
that Mark IV has such a different paint to it as well. It's weird. It looks
it's different. Especially with the gold on there. It's a lot more like actual gold colored versus like the bronzy like
like you said, cherry red. It's like a cherry red that looks really good.
And in the gantry, it's presence wise, it takes up so much space on my shelf, that quarter scale with that gantry piece. It's just your eye always goes to it.
Yeah, it's all 4 of these, in my opinion. Like if I had to choose 4 Iron Mans, I feel like I would choose these 4, to be completely honest.
Yeah, well, that's a dick move putting them all on the same one.
Well, you know, it happens. So thank you all so much for y'all's thoughts on that hard one. I think I have an easy one next. Let's check it out. Yeah, we have some War Machines to talk about here.
Okay.
Right.
This isn't easy.
This isn't easy? Oh, okay. Well, Joey seemed pretty confident about this. Joey, take it away, brother.
I really like the Iron Patriot. That's one figure that I didn't like the new kind of Iron Patriot looking, because those are still bulky. I didn't even realize in the movie that it was the Iron Patriot because the colors weren't so, out there. Like I just thought it was his different paint job he had. But I would go with the Iron Patriot. It looks so good. That's one figure too that it used to have like a really HD. Well, not a figure, but on the movie, it used to have a picture from the actual movie that was like really HD, and I would always use that for my background because that picture was always HD. So I would always see this Iron Man everywhere whenever I would open up the computer and stuff. So I'm gonna go with the Iron Patriot.
Iron Patriot.
Yeah.
I think there's something about Iron Man 3 when I think of armors, I immediately think of 42 and the Iron Patriot. Like those two together, especially on the shelf, I think look really, really good together. Yeah, Iron Patriot all the way. And I put this, I don't recall if I put the other Iron Patriot on here, but I'll be real with you, I prefer this Iron Patriot all day as opposed to the endgame version, that big clunky Transformers Michael Bay looking thing.
I don't really pay attention to the War Machines as much as I do Iron Man's though, so
there's fewer differences with the War Machines, I think, that there is the Iron Man's for sure. Yeah. Zord, what are you feeling about War Machine, bro?
Because I like the Iron Patriot, and then the Infinity War one goes hard. But then, dude, the Mark
camo?
1 War Machine, straight up like ripped out of the comics and the animated show. Damn, that's hard. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Mark 1, dude. When I saw the trailer for the first time, when I first saw the trailer for Iron Man 2 and they teased War Machine, I was like, dude, that's crazy. They bring him in.
Not only that, but just the scene where they're taking down the hammer drones and he has both of his guns just out and he's just like spreading them around, dude, with his Gallon. Dude, it's
I'm talking about the War Machine. I mean the Iron Patriot from. Talking about Iron Patriot. No. Oh, yeah, my bad.
Like when they close their mask and then they just start taking them.
Yeah.
Whoa. I remember like being a kid and everybody cheering in the theater just because of how badass that scene was. And then War Machine gets like blood on him, which is just oil from the machines. Dude,
that was hard.
We need a Terminator action sequence like that, dude, with some endoskeletons. Please.
Oh.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So me?
Yeah, it's you now, John.
I'm gonna stand up for the Iron Patriot from Endgame because I have that one, and I'm gonna tell you guys, if you have it in hand, it is epic. There's so much intricacy in the detail of the weaponry through the arms, the legs. When you actually have it in hand, it's, I think, a really nice figure. It is a different color. I would probably like it if it was a gray and silver, but the actual detail in the weaponry and how the suit is put together, it's actually really cool, and it poses really well, funnily enough, for a very heavy, chunky figure. So I'm just going to throw some love out there to that one. If I'm to choose out of these ones, it would be the Mark 1 for sure. I just loved it in Iron Man 2 in the battle, and like that's going to be. I've got some new shelves coming where I'm going to put my quarter scales and my 1/6 scales together because I don't have enough room to put them all in one place. And when I do, I'm going to make a scene of the Mark 1 Iron Patriot with the Mark 6 back-to-back battling, and I think
that's fine.
It's going to look sick. Yeah, I love that figure. I love the size of it. It's chunkier than these other ones, which I quite like. I like it. I like him big and thick like that. Whilst they're all good, I just think the nostalgia of number 1 for me is the way to go for sure.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm also going to have to go with War Machine Mark 1 for this one. I actually had that one over there. And, dude, like I said earlier, with the scene with them taking down the hammer drones.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss, dude. Talk about, like, one of the coolest things you'll see in a movie at that time, right? Back in 2010, like, give it back to me. We're going to take a break, y'all. We're going to take a break and adjust some of the chat members out here. Let's see. Who do we got in the chat? Let's see. We got one Adam 12. What's up, guys? What's up, Adam? How you doing? Thank you for coming in. Valkyrie Magnus is in the chat. What is up, bro? Thank you for coming. We got the Austin Nicholas in here. Hot Rod Red. He's talking about his muscles, right? Yes. Prince Hamma's in here. Good to see you. Iron Logan warming up the chat. Yeah, man. Thank y'all so much for coming in.
I saw Aiden come in here too.
Aiden was in here. It's not loading all the chats for me.
Aiden was in here saying.
Angel Lopez was in here. Thank you, dude.
That's my friend. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who's coming in. Okay, thank y'all so much for stepping in. How y'all feeling so far? Y'all liking y'all's list?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and just run y'all down so far. For Joey, he's chosen the Civil War Mark 46, Mark 5, Mark 3, and Iron Patriot. John, you have chosen Civil War 42, Mark 3, and Mark 1 War Machine. Zord, you have chosen Mark 47, Mark 1, Mark 3, and Mark 1 War Machine. So, hell yeah, guys. Y'all doing great. This is going pretty much as expected as I thought it would be. So we'll see. It's when we get to the end and you have to make your final decisions is when it really gets tough. So
is there any more Iron Mans? There is, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So let's see. You're on this one. All right. So gave y'all's thoughts on that one. Let's go ahead and talk and give you guys an easier one. All right. I know this one's easy.
Is it?
I think it is.
Well, when you love everything, I mean,
yeah.
It's hard.
I know for a fact there's one figure on here. I'm not going to say which one it is, but I don't think anybody likes this one.
I know that one. I know what you're talking about.
We'll reserve judgment right now. Who wants to take it off for this one?
I will.
Go ahead, Zord.
Right away, I'll go for the Mark V suit up. I have that one. I saw bad reviews for it because of I guess because it was all plastic and people saying it was hard to get on. I'll admit I did struggle a little, but once you have that in your display, dude, it's a dope figure. It's a really good one, and it comes from my iconic scene from him suiting up for the first time with the Mark V briefcase.
Yeah.
So out of all these, I would pick that one right away.
It's not a bad choice, dude. I've seen a lot of people put this head sculpt on their regular Mark V, and I think it looks marvelous. Looked great. Looks really good.
I saw it. I didn't even think of that. It's actually pretty smart.
There's a lot you could do with the Mark V posability. That's a good choice. Joey, what are you feeling about this one?
I do have the Mark V suit up, but like Patrick said, I did not want to deal with that damn suiting up. So I just left it all in there, and I just have him holding the suitcase, walking. It looks like he's walking with it. So I like that. I like it. The team suit, I'm okay. But the head sculpt, I like for some reason. I like that head sculpt a lot. What is that one? Is that the mechanic, Tony?
You're talking about the bottom? Yeah, mechanic. I throw them both in there. There's two different versions for those that don't know. There's this version, and there's one where he's in a hoodie, and
that one looks
much older.
Yeah,
much older figure.
Yeah.
And then you got the Mark 7
suit. That's the one that just came out.
That one's really calling my name. I don't know why.
Because with that one, you get just a regular Tony Stark. He's not in a tracksuit.
Yeah, but then I know the proportions are all kind of goofy on that one.
Yeah, you could fix it though. Give it a body swap.
Yeah, and I like how sometimes I think you could see the arc reactor in his chest.
You can.
You can? Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I got this one.
And I've seen some people put some Black Sabbath t-shirts on that one, which looks really good.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's not licensed.
I don't know. I'm stuck between the 5 and we're gonna go with the 7 suit up because I like I like Tony whenever he's not in the Iron Man suit as well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that.
You can also have him just posed up with Loki or some of your other Avengers, if you're trying to replicate a scene where they're just all chilling together and there's a suit in the background. It's a good option.
Yeah.
John?
Okay, well, for me, I don't have the one from Iron Man 3. That's one I don't have. I'm hoping they reissue that because being that they're doing the Mark 42 reissue, I'm hoping they redo a mechanic Tony. That'd be pretty sick.
Some seamless arms, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, with an updated head sculpt would be sweet. Now I have the Mark 7 suit up. So for me, when I get figures, I'm always thinking about the display I'm going to make and what scenes I'm going to create. So for me, I've got the Mark 7 posed up like this, the Mark 7 suit up, but I have underneath it the actual Mark 7 in a landing pose. So when I'm looking at my display, I've got him flying down in the suit up, in that position. Just maybe, I think I've posed mine a bit better than what that picture is personally, but that I think you can get it to look a particular way. So I have him like that, and then I have the Mark 7 in a ground and pound in my mind when I'm looking at the display, he's falling. It reminds me of the movie when he's falling out the building, and then I have him landing because obviously I kind of flying off. So the Mark 7 suit up I think works great for that, because also having the Mark 7 full suited ground pound, I'm hiding a lot of the flagpole that is holding the Mark 7 suit up. So you're not seeing a lot of flagpole, you're seeing him fall through the air, and you're seeing the other transition of him landing. So I love it for that. But the Mark 5 suit up, Now, in my display again, I have the Mark V suit up elevated in that pose, and I have the Mark V in battle locked up with Whiplash with the whips around his arm, like in the scene where he's pulling him in. So for me, when I look at the Mark V, I'm seeing him out like that, and then behind him, because he's elevated, he's not blocking the Mark V and the Whiplash, so it's like a triangle. So I'm seeing Mark V suit up, then I'm seeing Whiplash fighting the Mark V in the background, creating like a triangle visually. So when I look at it, the Mark V, I think, just reminds me of that moment from the movie more. So I'll probably go the Mark V suit up. Just because I think, it's just like, yes, it's difficult to put on, but I don't know about you guys, but I actually like that tinkering. Like, you know, some of my favorite things with Tony in the movies is him tinkering in the workshop. So for me, I like tinkering and building displays, building the figures. So I actually like that I got to build the figure and put it together like that, because you can kind of make it your own in particular ways depending on how you want to pose it. So
absolutely,
for me, the experience, the 5 for sure.
That Whiplash goes for so cheap too. So
and just as a complimentary piece, like just to remember that whole scene, I can have the 5 battling with him and then have the suit up. That reminds me of the scene completely. So I love it for that.
That's a good option, dude. And I'll have to agree with you, man. The Mark V suit up for me, it reminds me of your collection tour when you had, like you said, Whiplash and Mark V fighting, and then you had them in the middle. Like, it's, I think, arguably the most iconic suit up scene, just because it's the cleanest. And back, you know, once again, talking about what you couldn't see and could see in 2010, that was pretty revolutionary for a movie, right? Like, you were like, holy crap, that was sick. Like, what do we
I still remember the cinema in the moment in the cinema watching that bit. I still remember that. Like, you're like, oh shit, let's go, Tony.
It was a dope ass scene, dude. Yeah, I'll have to go with Mark V suit up as well. Let's see what the next one is. We have some comic Iron Man in here. Give us a break from some MCU. All right. And during the segment, if you guys are comic fans, let me know in the chat below if you're watching. What is your favorite comic Iron Man armor? Who wants to take it away on this one? I'm gonna say Patrick. Go ahead, brother.
It's hard because I've never had any of these, but I do love the comics, and all these scream out like the animated series too. And I do like the bottom left corner one because it comes with a beautiful display as well. Oh man! But
that's the Hot Toys version, by the way. We got the Hano one on the top left.
Yeah, the Hano one's cool because it's all seamless. So I wonder if they will add. Did they say they add die cast to that? No,
I don't think so. No,
it's silicone. That's what it is. Yeah,
but I know that the chest you don't need to put battery, or like you don't have to push a button. I think you could use something to just turn it on and off.
Yeah, it's touch. It's touch.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's his little. Cool. It's those little discs on his hips.
Yeah, those. Yeah, there you go. Oh man,
that's pretty inventive.
It's hard. I think out of all of them, I think I'll go for the War Machine one.
War Machine, yeah, that's a good looking one too. I think out of all these, it's the one that looks most like the comics.
Yeah, I mean, the Hono one's pretty spot on. But I don't know. I always gravitate towards like just the looks of War Machines more, just because like Tony loads them out and just like full on gear.
He does.
Yeah. John.
Yeah, I'll go.
Go ahead, brother.
I have the one with the base, so the comic concept one.
Nice.
I will say, if you want to have fun, now I know Zord, you love doing your photography as well, brother. So I would say with lighting, it's such a fun figure to light because of the clear plastic. Now I got a lot of hate because of the plastic. Now I did a whole video on this figure because I was playing with lighting it up, and it actually poses really well. Like his torso articulates really, really well. You can really twist him up and get him in some pretty epic looking poses. So the comic concept with the clear plastic, if you like to play with lighting and photography, the way you can light it up and get the lights to bounce and light the plastic up so it looks more like a comic drawing. Like if you really play with it, you can get the reflectiveness of that clear plastic to look really cool, depending on how you light it up. So I think he's fun for that, and I really enjoyed. I spent a lot of time with that figure, and I really enjoyed filming it and posing it up and all that type of stuff. So it's great for that. And I still have it. I love the base. The base is cool. You can't do much else with him but have him stand on it if you're using that base, which is a little annoying. But the base is great if you just want to have him standing there. In regards to what I'm probably going to pick and most excited about, it's the Hono one, just because I love the musculature of the Hono one. I think I know it's not out yet, but I think I'm going to love that one. And that's probably one I would get and pose the shit out of and just beat up. I'd probably get two, to be honest. I'd get one to pose the shit out of it and then one to just have nice and pristine. That's probably what
as a backup, yeah.
As a backup. Just have that one nice and looking, and then the other one will be in some hectic type of pose that I'll try and play around with.
Nice.
So probably I'll go with the Hono, but I will say the comic concepts with the clear plastic, creatively, you can really have some fun lighting him up and playing with how he can look. So I think that is a strong contender.
Yeah. I think honestly Hano's going to knock it out of the park. I'm a big fan of what they did with the Black Suit Spider-Man, and what they did with the Wolverine was pretty cool too. So I think they're going to surprise a lot of people with this one.
For sure.
Joey.
Yeah.
What are you feeling?
I think I'm going to go with the Hono. I like the Hono a lot, especially because we finally have that system where we don't have to take him all apart and light him up. You just got that disc, boom, ready to go. Cheaper price. I know it's not the cheapest. I know some people are like, what the heck? Why is it not like entry price anymore? But still looks really accurate to the show. I think it looks, I mean, not to the show, but to the comics.
Yeah.
Man, they got it spot on. I think can you change the faceplate? I think you can.
I think it comes with a comic Iron Man head sculpt. Yeah.
Yes, I think.
Yeah, I think So I really like the Hono one a lot. I think that for me, there's no competition. I think it's that one that looks the best.
Easy, huh?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll have to agree with you, man. I think the Hano one, like I said, is going to surprise a lot of people. I think a lot of people are going to start coming around to it. Yes, like you said, the entry prices are kind of bullshit now, but what are you going to do, right? So.
Yeah, and like Austin says, the Hono comes with the fun base as well. So.
Yeah. Very creative.
I just like the seamless. I like the musculature. Like he's jacked. Like he looks cool. I think he's going to be really fun to pose up, and I think he'll be. I think a lot of what you've seen with the Hono Spider-Man too. Like people have done. Loving that one.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that Iron Man's ever been restricted in terms of articulation. Like I like to argue that Iron Man's probably one of the most articulated.
True.
Hot Toys figures. So. Yeah.
True.
So we all chose the Hano Iron Man except for Zord. You chose War Machine, which I mean, hey, it's a good pick. I like it. Let's see what's next. Oof. Back to some hardies.
Oh.
Damn.
You're welcome.
Hey.
So we got Mark 7.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the Mark, what is it, 43. Then we got the
43.
Hulkbuster. And then we got the Mark 45, 46. Yeah, man.
45.
45.
Yeah.
So who wants to take this one away? You know what? I'll go first on this one. I'll go ahead and just say what we're all thinking. Mark 7. Easy W, man. The nostalgia for Avengers. We'll see. Yes, easy nostalgia for Avengers wins this one, and this is one that people are even clamoring for a 2.0 of. I don't see the reasoning for it, or a 3.0. I don't see the reasoning for it behind it personally. I think they knocked it out of the park with this release, and for a figure that's now well over 6 or 7 years old, it still looks like a brand new release. So easy gonna go with Mark 7 for me. Patrick, since you think that maybe otherwise, what are you feeling?
45, bro.
Oh,
45.
No.
Ooh.
I think the 45 is the most underrated suit in the entire MCU.
and that's the one from the end of Age of Ultron, yeah?
Correct.
The bottom
Because
right
it's the
there.
only one that never got a suit up scene.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, isn't it? Yeah.
I hate
Got
that.
no love.
I hate
just realized
whenever I find it weird that I never noticed until I started paying attention to Iron Man's those two things like on the top, like the spacers up on his forehead. I never noticed those until I started, buying Hot Toys and stuff. That it was like that in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You see, like how he has like these things that go up like that.
Yeah.
Air vents
on the Mark 45, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's on a couple other ones too.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
dude,
It was
the
in the later
45
numbers.
is like it's so underrated because the color on it is like a deep red compared to other suits, and like I think it looks a lot buffer compared to other Iron Man suits. I don't know, that's just me, but I like it.
I like the
But-
suit more in the movie than I do in figure form personally. I think that while it's a gorgeous figure, I think Hot Toys missed the mark on the color scheme. Like in the movie, it's a little bit more like
Dark, like
muted and darker, and it's shinier.
yeah. That's why I hope they reissue it. I have it,
Mm.
but it's showing its age. Like the hands they're fading.
Yeah.
I got mine
Yeah,
new,
mine-
but it's
One of my
fading.
hands is fading. Yeah, one of my hands is
Yeah.
fading.
Mm.
So it's in dire need of like a reissue. Well, I mean, it's still I was happy to pick it up. I have the Hulkbuster and the Mark 7. Love those. I do need that 43, but I'm gonna hold off. I don't know. I want to see if I could get it for like a cheaper deal. To be honest,
I see that one
All
being
these are good.
reissued, honestly.
yeah, it's yeah, I'm not too keen on it, but all of them are so good. But 45 right away. I want to see this list.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, it's not a bad one. Not a bad one to choose. I'm gonna save John for last one on this one. Joey,
Yeah,
I feel like you're gonna agree with me on this one.
I do agree. I'll pick the 7, but I will say that I did see the Hulkbuster for the first time in person. Fire! That one was really cool.
It
in
is
person.
something else, ain't it?
Yeah, that one has a deep red to it as well. I like it, and it just I don't know, but they were asking a lot for it.
I was about to say some bullshit with the goddamn pricing, bro. How you going to charge $250 for an arm that should have already came with a $1,000 plus figure? Get the hell out of here, bro.
Well, no, I saw it at a local. I saw it at
No.
a local comic book store this weekend. They were trying to sell that thing for $1,200 without the box or anything.
Kiss
Oh
my ass, brother.
hell no,
Dude,
bro!
look, I love the Hulkbuster, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. It's a power pose figure, bro. What are you gonna pose it in? You gonna do a Grand Slam pose?
I think at most I'd pay like $600 for it.
I would pay maybe $400 for it. Like it really is just. Is it all die-cast? No, and it should be for what you're paying for it.
I think I paid around that much for mine. I think I paid 600.
Really? Okay, that's not bad.
I paid.
No,
What did I pay? I think I paid 1,300 Australian. That's AUD,
Mhm.
and that came with the arm. Now to convert that for you guys, that's about 1,800 for you.
Wow.
What I paid for it.
that,
And it was
no.
worth every penny. It was worth every penny.
Yeah.
Let me ask you,
Worth
John, did
every
you
penny.
spend
I mean,
$250
shoot.
US dollars on like that extra arm or no?
Well, no, the arm came with mine. So
Oh, okay,
the one
that's
that
fine.
I
Okay.
bought, it was actually with it. Yeah,
It's a little bit more
They did
justified.
make copies where it came with it. It's a massive ass box, and
Mm,
it was in a separate foam container. So that's probably why it was a little bit more expensive.
that makes sense.
Mm.
John, with that answer, are you gonna pick Hulkbuster or are you gonna throw a curveball?
Dick for putting these in here. All right,
I did a theme
40
here. This is the Avengers for the first two movies. Iron Man
look,
suits.
43 is the exact same figure as 42. It's just a
Yep.
different color scheme,
It
just
is.
like the Mark II and the Mark III.
Which I don't like it.
The 43 is the first Iron Man figure I ever got. So it's nostalgia for that. I love Age of Ultron. I love what he does in that suit in the film. Figure wise, not my favorite. I do have that. So currently in the collection, I have a whole Age of Ultron display with Hulkbuster, the 43, the 45, and the Kit Bash Tony Stark all together, lit up with fusion reactors. So as a whole, I love all of them together because they look freaking sick. 43 on its own though, yeah, probably the lesser of all these. I will agree with Zord. 45 is sick. And just the line he says when he says to Ultron, "You've been juicing," I think was pretty sick in that film. Just
yeah,
I love that. I love
I don't want to say that you look puffier.
The
yeah.
vibranium cocktail.
Yeah. And the fact that he looks a little bit more Ultron, he looks a little bit more like Ultron in the 45. If you'll notice, the helmet is different than the other helmets. He's a little bit more beefed up. The chest armor and the look of the chest plate and the upper body, I really like, because he's more juiced up in the 45 to combat against Ultron. So I like how it went from the skinnier 43 to the more chunkier 45. I think he did that in the film to look more like Ultron in a way. So I do like that figure. The 7 is probably one of my favorite figures of all. So I'm really torn between the 7 and Hulkbuster. And
I know you would be.
Look, 7 is iconic. It looks great. It reminds me of the Mark IV. It's beefy, aesthetically pleasing. It looks fantastic. It's very weaponized. He gets to do a lot of cool shit in it in the film. So I really like the 7. Posing wise, it's a really great figure to pose. You can probably hit one of the best ground pound poses with the Mark 7. You can really articulate those hips and get the legs in tight and really get a good ground pound pose. And that's what I actually have him in the collection underneath the suit up Mark 7, as I mentioned before. So I love the Mark 7. Figure wise, it comes with so many pieces, switch out pieces, pod mode. There's so much you can do with it. There's so many different looks you can have. So as a figure, bang for buck, I think Mark 7 is the winner. But the Hulkbuster, come on, like I've got the Hulk and I've got the Hulkbuster and I've got the other figures. You put the Hulkbuster with all the other figures around it. When I do my new collection tour, just come back to me and talk to me then about the Hulkbuster, because the way I'm going to have him set up, battling the Hulk with the Mark 43 coming out of the top of it with the extra arm on, the extra arm is pretty awesome. And then if I'm combining it with the scene from the film when he takes on the Hulk, I remember still that moment in the cinema being in watching the Hulkbuster take on Hulk. It's so damn cool. Yeah. So I'm really torn, Danny. I'm really, really torn. I almost want to pick the Hulkbuster because I know, look, you can't do as much posing with it, obviously, but you can pose him a bit. And Zord, I know you can pose him because I've seen your poses with him. You can pose him a bit.
Yeah. You can.
You can.
You gotta give it some love. You gotta give it some love.
Oh shit!
You're going with the Hulkbuster, aren't you?
I don't know. Look. Oh, hang on.
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin.
This is tough, bro. This is the toughest one I think so far. Just because the present. Well, okay. Look, it's tough for me because the presence. Anybody who walks into my room, they see the Hulkbuster before they see the Mark 7. Presence-wise, it weighs 10 kilos. I don't know how much that is in pounds, but it's heavy. It's got weight. And when it's lit up, which is how you need to have it, I think, you need to have him lit up to really appreciate how beautiful it looks.
Yes.
So having him lit up and being that I can light him up at a flick of a switch enhances the experience in the room, just being in the room. It's like having a big statue that you can articulate, essentially. There's just a lot to love about it. But if I'm thinking more Iron Man Tony in a suit, I think I'm going to have to go to Mark 7. I'm going to go to Mark 7.
Mark 7 it is. And hey, that's my answer too.
Sorry about the long-winded. That was tough for me.
No, I like that.
Justify myself.
I like that, dude, because that's what I planned for the entire stream. I wanted you to struggle, and I wanted to feel like Ultron, break you down and, shatter your core, Iron Logan.
You shattered my core. How dare you?
I'm more like Zemo, I'm an observer, and I just wanted to cause chaos. Yeah. Well, thank y'all for y'all's thoughts on that one. Let's see what's next. Oh.
Some goofy ones.
You could have chose the Hulkbuster and had some redemption here. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll leave you for last on this one, John. Okay. Joey, what are you feeling about this one?
Oh no, that sounds weird. I'm gonna do
I'd give you the side-eye dog emoji if I could right now, but yeah.
I'm gonna do the black and gold. I like black and gold. That colorway is sick.
I agree. That is a really good looking release. Like that's one where it's like I'm collecting the Hall of Armor.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I kind of want that one just because like I know it's not technically the Mark 7, but like it is, just like, it's a repaint. Tony got bored. I don't know. Yeah.
That one's black and gold. You can't go wrong with it.
And in person, do you remember when we were seeing this one like in hand, and it's like it's got that chrome finish to it, and it's got that like purplish almost hue over the black, dude. It looks gorgeous. Love that one. Yeah. Zord, what are you feeling about this one?
Damn, it's hard because I hate chrome like this.
What, you for real? You don't like the chrome like that?
I don't, because so like side info is like I collected Funko Pops for.
Oh my
like,
goodness!
I started collecting with that, and at a period in time, they just chromed out everything.
Yeah.
And then once I started collecting Hot Toys, and they did this, I was like, bro, what are they doing, bro? They took a page. They're like they're running ideas, but out of all 4 of these, right away, I would go with the Mark III, the gold color version. Because it was like a transition period where Jarvis was asking him, because like he did it for the icing problem, but then he added the hot red just as a finishing touch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if I was I have it, and I would keep it just like it's like that transition between the Mark II to the Mark III.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you're collecting every single Iron Man, I think that's definitely like going to be one that stands out too.
Correct, but I mean they're all good. You got the Coca-Cola one on top too. That one's cool.
Dude, I love that Coca-Cola one. I love that. It's another one just like the black and gold one where I'm like, dude, I kind of want both of you, but like I don't really have the space or room or presence for either one of you. But you warrant it. You look good. Like, who told you could look this good? And Coca-Cola, like the most random ass collab, but it's a good looking ass figure.
Bro.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're gonna go with the gold Mark III. What about you, John?
Yes,
we saved you for last on this one.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go. This is pretty easy for me. This one actually.
Okay.
I'm going the gold Mark VII because one, I have that.
The Midas.
The Midas. Sorry, Midas. One, it's in Iron Man 3 very briefly, but it's actually in the movie, so I like that. In the end, in the House Protocol, I think if you blink and you'll miss it. It's like I think he's one of the ones that are floating around there when they all fly in, because they tagged it as Iron Man 3 as well when it released. So I was like, really? Is it in there? I'm gonna have to go and have a look for it. So it's hidden in there somewhere. And if I'm wrong, someone correct me. But from memory, it is in Iron Man 3,
the movie. Yeah,
in the final battle. But the rose gold, it actually has different shades of gold. So you can see in this picture here. So when you have it in hand, and if you light it just right, you can really play around with lighting it, especially for photography and stuff. Like I did a couple shoots with this a while back, and some of my favorite pictures I had taken with the Iron Man Mark VII. When you can get the different shades of the gold showing, it looks really pretty. Another fun fact, you can swap out the pieces if you've got the other Mark VII, and you can kind of create a different looking Iron Man by switching out the gold and the red with a different one if you wanted to.
A concept Mark VII if you wanted to.
Yeah. I know a friend, Shane, actually, he did that. He made another Mark VII out of using pieces from this and the original Mark VII to make it look sick. So that's cool. But I like it. I like stuff from the film, so I definitely like it because even if it made a tiny appearance, it was in part of the House Protocol. And I just love the different shades of gold, different rose gold. I love the rose gold and the more browner type of gold to it. So, and the fact that it's also a Mark VII and poses like a beast, that one for me.
Yeah, and I remember seeing, I think it was in your collection video, you had Midas back there doing kind of like an in-flight pose, and it looked really, really good.
I've kept him in that for so long. Like I just didn't want it. So I'm the type of guy, if I find a pose that I really love, I'll just keep it. And unless I'm going to make a video or whatever, I'll just keep it. I could try to do like a set and forget poses, and the Midas is in kind of the set and forget type of pose.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank y'all for y'all's thoughts on that one. Let's see. Oh. Ooh. I feel like I might know the answer.
Super
to this
easy.
One. Yeah. I think this could be the final one. I'm going to count real quick as you guys are talking, but this could be the final slide here. Speaking of final, we have a final suit, in-game suit in here, but I'm gonna throw y'all for a curveball. I'm not gonna choose that one. I'm gonna choose the Mark 50 from Infinity War.
Oh, that's good, dude.
I think that one in figure form just came out a lot cleaner than the battle damage version. The battle damage version looks cool, but there's something about the Mark 50. That was my first Iron Man figure from Hot Toys.
Mine
so
too.
I have you too, Joey. So we have probably that same shared nostalgia for
my first figure ever.
See, there you go. So this one probably hits a soft spot for you a little bit. So yeah, go ahead, Joey.
Battle damage Mark 85.
Boom.
Gotcha. No hesitation or anything. Go ahead, Joey. Tell us why.
Well, that's my figure right there. We want to talk about the most photogenic figure That one's so easy to take pictures with, man. Any lighting or whatever, that figure will pop. It looks so good. The head sculpt looks great. I just everything about it is awesome. You got that's probably one of the most iconic scenes out of all the Avengers films too. So I mean, I can't really say anything else. That's the reason why. And
probably one of the
battle
most
damage.
iconic movie scenes of all time now.
Really,
right? Like,
yeah.
It's still talked about.
And it's like that's why he's the GOAT. No, you can't tell me Captain America would do that. You can't tell me nothing.
You can't tell me nothing's crazy.
Yeah, bro. It's 85 all the way.
85 all the way. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Slick. All right. John, what do you think?
85.
85.
Now, but I'm going to put a but in there because the 50 is fantastic.
I agree.
Posing wise, I've had the most fun with the 50. Now I have, I think, where is he? I have that extra pack that comes with all the accessories for the 50, and the amount of different creatively the things you can do to play around with him, with that extra pack is just ridiculous. Like I do have two of this guy, and I have one kitted out with all the extra, the leg accessory that he pins Thanos down with, basically everything from the fight with Thanos that he uses through that film. To be able to display wise, it has the most. It's kind of interesting. The 85 battle damaged will always probably keep in the one pose, right? But the 50 has so much variety of what you can do. There's just unlimited amount of different posing options, with all the different accessories that he comes with. Also a very good head sculpt, a very sleek design on that one as well. So the 50, I think, is probably the most fun to play with for me. But the Mark 85, that moment, being in the cinema, me and my wife crying our eyes out. I nearly cried in Infinity War when I thought he was going to die. I'm like, don't take my
yeah.
To have him survive.
When he got stabbed.
Everybody thought he was going to die there.
Yeah, when my friend always reminds me, oh, bro, I remember when you jumped during that scene. I literally, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. I thought he was going to die. I was very sad. And then we had to wait a goddamn year to find out. We had to wait a year to see Endgame. That's how you did it. They'll never replicate those first 10 years. Man, I saw the first Iron Man film in the cinemas, and when we saw Endgame and we saw it finish, I'm like, that's 10 years of my life of always going to the cinema on opening day to see all these films. I just don't see anybody else replicating what that first 10 years did. I don't even think they can do it. And it's a testament to Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, all the original cast. But that moment in Endgame when he finally snapped and when he looked at Doctor Strange, I knew it was over.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
He's going out. Like that storytelling, that figure, whilst maybe not as much fun to play with because you just want to put him in that pose. I mean, that's why I bought two, so I can pose one up and have one in the snap. But the fact that figure represents 10 years of film for me, put that with the Mark. If you're going to make me choose between the Mark III and this, I'm getting off the stream. Don't make me choose. But the Mark 85, just for that reason alone, I think we're all probably going to pick that, unless Zord's going to throw a curveball at us here.
I think for that Mark 50 that you're talking about, like how there's the poses are, he poses good. What I really liked whenever I bought the Mark 50, I also got Thanos as well, and I really loved putting him in the scene where after he got stabbed, Thanos had his hand on his head, and he was like, "I hope they remember you." And like that, I had him in that, and oh man, it looks so good.
That's sick, bro. That's sick. Yeah, there's a lot you can do with that. And think about it, guys. That's the most action we've seen from an Iron Man suit in a movie is the Mark 50. You've never seen another suit battle as much as the Mark 50 did. So it is a great figure and a lot of great memories you can recreate with that piece.
Man, that fight scene was one of my favorite, man. That's so good. The Thanos and Iron Man, and he's like, all that for a drop of blood. I was like, dang, bro. You're savage.
Yeah, bro. Classic. But still, nostalgia-wise, Mark 85.
Mark 85. Yeah, I figured as much. Zord,
I didn't even rescue. I was going to say rescue.
Hell no, bro.
I think that's a troll.
Dude, I actually have all of these, but hell no. If I had to pick, it would be the Mark 85 battle damage.
I figured, yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I will admit, it took me like 2.5 years just to buy that figure.
Really?
Really?
Because in the mix of so many figures coming out, I wanted that figure, but I was like, I'll wait. And after I waited like a good 2.5 years, finally found someone that just sold it to me for like 180.
Really?
So
Wow.
I was like, okay, I'll buy it now. But like I said,
Nice.
it was once you got it, I was like, man, I waited too long. But honestly, this is just something that will never leave. You can never get rid of it. It's like something that
Never.
you just left in that pose, and it's a nice piece to have for anybody that's like a diehard like Marvel fan in general. So,
Yeah.
I think even when I'm like freaking 50 years old or whatever, I'm still not gonna sell that figure. I could
Same.
sell
It's
every.
cinema history. It's cinematic history. I mean,
It is.
you get someone who doesn't know movies very well that comes. Anyone who's come into my room that, like my wife's friends or someone else that comes in, right? They go, "Oh my god, that's from like that's Robert Downey Jr. from Endgame." Oh, that was everybody will remember that. That's cinematic history. That scene. So I think just for that alone, I don't see it being topped.
No, I don't either. Well, guys, that was the end of putting them all together. Now we have to. I'm gonna throw you guys a curveball. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet, but you guys are gonna hate me. We'll just leave it at that. So, as I'm setting up our last little stills here, have you guys picked up anything recently?
Yeah, I picked up this figure yesterday or 2 days ago. I have been looking for this for so damn long, and I actually finally found it.
Is that the wrestling suit?
Yeah, I found it in the comic book store.
Nice.
So these have been going for like $285 on eBay, and then you got to pay for shipping. And it was labeled $250, and I was like, okay, that's a little better, and I don't have to pay like shipping or anything. But I was like, I'll take it for $200. If you give me $200, I'll do it. And they said $200, and I was like, hell yeah! So
oh snap, bro!
Hell yeah!
Nice.
So I think they finally completed every single Raimi figure. One of them, yeah. And then he came out with him too.
Ready.
Classic.
That one, and then the 4-pack Joker, of course, it's up here.
Nice.
That's
I was about to say that review was awesome, by the way, Joey. Good job on that.
I love those figures.
That was not easy on you.
Not easy at all. I'm really tired of doing reviews after
Your whole process for it looked stressful,
bro.
dude.
I was like, fuck this, man. At one point, I was just like, whatever.
Let's see.
Oh, Lordy.
What did I get? I just got a Topo suit for Matt Murdock.
Nice.
So, yeah, just got. I think look. I know it's not what he normally wears, but I thought I went for the fitting on these suits are just really, really sleek and not so bulky. So I just suited him up to have a Matt Murdock.
I got one of those.
Daredevil mode. What else? I got the Mark 6 quarter scale, so that was a new one.
That one looks so good.
And oh, bro, you'll love it if you can get your hands on it. Get it
because dude, it's quarter scale.
Imagine on the freaking pictures.
Do it.
I think you'd do some good
pictures. Stop, bro.
Do it, bro.
They have a Mark 45. They have 40, bro.
And don't forget, Patrick. 42 is coming out soon, bro.
Oh, bro, I can't, bro.
No.
You gotta do it. What else did I get? I think I got Org Toys Paula Trade. I'm doing a Dune video at the moment. I just bought a shitload of kinetic sand, and I'm gonna do a Dune like cinematic. I'm gonna try and do something different. I'm trying to make a video like recreating moments from the film using sand, and then maybe photoshopping the background in to make it look like he's actually out in the desert. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I'm
use the monitor.
Playing with. No, see, I'm going to do something different than that because I've got the monitor. I'm like, I'm going to try something different.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I've got a Photoshop app where you can remove the background and add a background.
Yeah.
Generating it. So I'm going to see how that goes. But I'm going to use real sand, like the real kinetic sand, and then have the thumpers in there and do all that type of stuff.
That's
so
cool.
Yeah. So all in on Dune right now.
That's dope. Zord,
bro.
What about you?
Me? I just got the Spider-Punk. I got
Nice.
Iron Man Mark III. Miles G. Morales just shipped, so I should have that in soon.
I'm excited to see you posing on that, dude. That's gonna be nice.
They came out good. Like, dude, same with the Spider Punk. Came out
Mhm.
pretty good. I got those. I did this video, but I'm sure the internet's like already over him.
Oh yeah,
The
I've seen a
NR,
lot of him. I've seen a lot of him recently.
but I
These
guess
lucky ass kids getting 1/12 scale, bro. When I was growing up, man, we would have killed to have that kind of detail in our Marvel Legends. Come on. Wow. That's some
dude,
good
we have
photos you
it.
took of it, though.
Which this one?
All of them. All of the
all-
recent ones you've done, dude.
Dude, like I said, the Spider Punk one is fun. It's because his pants are like vinyl, so obviously it'll crease. But then how his suit is designed, you creasing it looks
Adds
more
to it.
natural.
Yeah.
Adds to that grunge look to it.
I'll say
And-
that those poses that you put him in were probably
Right.
some of the best I've seen you put
Poses.
Dude, yeah.
Gotta thank the
That was
material
sick,
they
bro.
take, dude. They
Uh-huh.
the upper is like the Hono suit,
Yeah.
so it's like a good stretchy material. So I honestly, dude, if you guys could pick it up, I would.
I'm gonna
totally pick
review
up.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna review it for sure. At least.
Damn you! You really enabled me. I'm like, look, I'm like, should I get it? I really want to complete all the Spider-Verse figures. I'm like, I still don't have 2099 yet. I still want to get that.
That's a good
Oh,
looking
you gotta
figure.
get that one too,
Oh,
Chom, bro.
God.
Good looking figure, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm probably look. Just don't let my wife see this. I'm probably going to go on a rampage after this and get all the get the Spider. I put the movie on again the other day. I'm like, see, I can really have some fun like with these guys.
Yeah.
And you can mix them with like any Spider-Man like live action because it's like it's across the multiverse,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really matter who you pair it with too.
Mhm.
But like I
I
said,
have
it's
all the
good.
other ones. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get him. Probably gonna have to get him.
Are y'all ready to see what we chose for our top 9?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay.
So here's
Bring
the
it.
twist. I know I told y'all could choose 3. Wrong. You can only choose 2. You can only choose 2 out of the 9 that you selected. These 2 will be your top 2 Hot Toys Iron Man figures. I will send you guys these pictures and you can share them if you want to, but these are what you selected as your top favorite Hot Toy Iron Man figures. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see. Add my screen. Thank you. All right. Let's see. So here's mine. We have the Civil War. What is it? Mark 43.
46. That one.
46. We have Mark 42, Mark 4, Mark 1 War Machine, Mark 5 Suit Up, the Hanos Iron Man, the Mark 7, and then we have the Mark 7 Black and Gold and the Mark 50. And then Zord, we got Zord here with the Homecoming Suit, Mark 1, Mark 3, Mark 1 War Machine, Mark 5 Suit Up, Comic War Machine, Age of Ultron Iron Man, Gold Mark 3, and then the Final Scene Iron Man.
Damn.
Good ass choices here.
That's good choices.
Joey with the Civil War, Mark 5, Mark 3 again with the Iron Patriot, Mark 5 Suit Up. I think we all chose Mark 5 Suit Up. That was cool. The Hanos Iron Man, Mark 7, Mark 7 Black and Gold, and the Mark 50.
Oh wait, no, I didn't choose the suit up. I don't think. I chose the Mark 7 suit up.
Oh, my bad.
No,
Well,
you're good. I remember that. I remember that.
pretend
It's not
that-
gonna be. Yeah, it's not gonna be in my top 2 anyways.
oh, okay, well. Iron Logan chose the Civil War suit, Mark 42 suit, the Mark 3, the Mark 1 War Machine, Mark 5 suit up, Hano Iron Man, Mark 7, the Midas armor, and the Mark 85. So who wants to go first in giving their top 2?
Jesus.
I'll go
God.
first.
Go ahead, Joey. Let's go back to
It's
yours.
not too hard. It's not too hard. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Sheesh. Now it is.
You have to sell all the other ones.
All right.
Play the Saw music now. Yeah.
Okay. I think I have. Damn. I think I have my 2. So, ooh, I love that Mark 7 though. I'll have to go for the number 2. It's gonna have to be Mark 3, and number 1 is the battle damaged Mark 85.
Wow. 85 over Mark 3, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like that.
Damn.
I was gonna pick the 46 because man, look how good that 46 looks though.
It's
God.
amazing.
Yeah. These are some good picks too, Joey. These are all bangers of figures. Let's see who's gonna go next.
I'll go next.
Oh, Zord, go ahead.
I'll take it.
Go ahead, brother.
John for last, bro.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, I'll go with damn it.
Yeah, not so easy, huh?
No, because you know what? Okay, I got it. Number 2, I'll do the Mark 85 battle damage, and then number 1, the Mark 45.
Ooh,
Damn.
I'm telling you, people are
You
sleeping
juicing,
on
bro?
it. Yeah, bro.
I don't want to say you're looking puffy. Yeah. Yeah, that's a curveball, Zord. Okay. All right, you're not fucking with us, are you? You're really number 1, right?
Is that your number 1 of all time?
Yeah, bro. That's
a
my
great
favorite
looking
scene.
armor.
Okay. I'm gonna have to see that one in person.
Yeah.
The chest plate area is sick. Like, do you like that bit on the side of the chest there, Zord? Like where you've got the bit underneath? Like,
yeah,
I can't point to it. It's just sick.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's like he has like a taste of he has like that little flair of like it's also Ultron kind of look.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it does.
But he's like built for like ready to fight kind of thing. And the colors are so different compared to the other armors.
He's ready to kill his son in this armor. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So you chose what was the number 2?
Battle damage 85.
Battle damage 85, and number 1 is the Mark 45. 45. Nice. Good picks, man. Good picks. For me, easy. Number 2 is going to be Mark 42. I cannot wait for that shit to release. I feel like that's going to be probably contender for figure of the year when that actually gets dropped. And then for number 1 is going to have to be Mark 4. That is going to be my most anticipated for getting in the Hall of Armor, and I have a guy who's holding out for one for me. So later in April, I should be copying a Mark 4.
Bro, I think I got that Mark 4 for a steal when on eBay. It was never opened, and I think I got it for under at least $350. I think after taxes and everything.
That's how much I'm paying, but in person, cold hard cash, $350 for the Mark 4.
I could be wrong. I think it was cheaper, but
it goes for a pretty price on eBay. If you can find a listing, the ones I've seen are $500 or $600 easy.
It was brand new, but the thing is since it was brand new and so old, nobody checked like the actual inside of it. So the mask had came off, I guess during shipping or whatever, and it rubbed a lot on the plastic in front of it, and it has like this rub mark right in the forehead. So I was like, dang, man.
Damn.
Oh, and that's on the helmet.
Like on the faceplate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Damn. Well, rest in peace to that Mark IV beautiful armor. But once again, guys, I did Mark 42 in number 2 spot and the Mark IV as number 1. That gorgeous armor.
It is gorgeous.
John, our Iron Logan. What are your top 2 Iron Man figures of all time?
Well, if I had to choose out of these, it's the Mark III and the 85. I just don't know which order. I think I'm going to go number 2 Mark 85 and number 1 Mark III because my favorite movie, The Birth of Tony Stark, reignited my love for cinema again. Superheroes, comics, it reignited my love for all of it. The story behind the movie, I've watched all the behind the scenes, the making ofs. I'm into the making of film and all that type of stuff. So everything about the Mark III reminds me of just what set me off on my journey of getting back into film and filmmaking, and ultimately led me to doing YouTube and photography and everything. So Mark III all the way, baby.
Hell yeah.
Mark III, I believe, is the winner, everybody. I think that one got selected twice as their number 1. Joey, Mark III was number 2, right? But it was in your top 2.
It was still in my top 2, yeah.
By
me and John had the same ones.
Yeah. By popular vote, Mark III is the greatest Hot Toys Iron Man figure of all time.
Of all time.
And that concludes the Hot Toys Iron Man ranking, everybody. Yes. So for recap, I picked Mark IV as number 1. Joey picked Mark 85 as his number 1. John's number 1 is going to be the Mark III 2.0. and Zord's is going to be the Mark 45 from Age of
Yes,
Ultron.
sir.
Wild.
Gentlemen, thank you all so much for y'all's thoughts and just overall fandom appreciation for the character of Iron Man and Tony Stark. This was a lot of fun to do.
It was.
think I did one of these other rankings before, and it wasn't in this kind of format, but I liked the game format this way. I liked being able to see people kind of break down what they like about these armors, maybe what they don't like about the armors. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go by one and see what you guys coming up on the channel. Joey, I know one thing we got coming up that we do on a weekly basis, but remind the nice people still watching us.
We got Copper Drop on Thursday. That's going to be a fun one. We got a few releases that came out, so we can talk about them. We're going to have, I don't know if y'all have seen him around, but we're going to have Ralph's 1/6 Studio on there as a guest.
Okay.
He's he makes dioramas and things. I don't know if y'all have seen that Joker diorama that has like the burning money floating around. He made that one. And that one looks phenomenal.
He's made a lot of good looking ones.
Yeah, he's made a few, and I think he's an up and comer. So really want to get his name out there a little bit more. His work is phenomenal with dioramas. I mean, and he's the one that I don't know if y'all seen. Like it's like the room of the Batman too as well. He did that one. It has all like the posters on it and stuff. I've shared some of his stuff. And what else? I don't know. Whatever I get or whatever I record, I'll post on Instagram or whatever. I like to just randomly post stuff. Yeah.
Well, thank you for being on, Joey.
Thank you for having me.
And I will see you Thursday for our show. Y'all tune in. Copper Drop Thursdays at 9.
Oh wait, I will be on Hot Toys Hotline tomorrow as well.
Ooh, yes. A busy man this week.
I know.
Oh yeah. Zord, what you got going on, brother?
First off, pleasure being here with you guys.
Thank you for coming,
Sean.
Dude.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Yes, likewise.
It was a fun night, so hopefully I could stream with you guys again, because honestly I love streaming with people more so than just typing through a phone. So this is nice to do. Again, thank you. For me, I just did the Spider-Punk. I have Mark III. I should be doing that next. I do have Miles G. Morales coming in next. I hope I should have the Battle Damage Deadpool. I would love to have it before I go. I will be in Japan for the Star Wars event, so hopefully I could do some posts for that too. So that's all I got coming up. So yeah, that's it for me.
That Deadpool's gonna be cool, man.
Wait, is that coming out soon?
Yeah, the release is soon.
So 2028.
Ships on the 29th or 28th or 29th.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? I thought that was like a year out or something because of the head sculpt and accessories. Oh. Okay,
no, I think they had that ready to, like, it's like one of those things they just want to push out mid-year that just so they could keep having something out. I guess it's like to delay other things.
On Copper Drop, I said it's a drop for me, but I'll tell you, if I see it out in public, I'm gonna have a hard time. Not.
They're only doing 300 for now, and then probably like in a month or two they'll release the rest.
Yeah, I'll get the second batch. Usually that's the better ones. John.
Yeah, honestly.
What you got coming up,
I've got that one coming in, so I've already ordered that.
Nice.
So I'm probably going to do a live unboxing of that Deadpool. Actually, I haven't done a live unboxing for a long time, so I'm probably going to do that for the Battle Damage Deadpool. I think I've got it from Pop, and I think it's shipping on the 29th. So it says. So we'll see. So maybe a live unboxing around then. At the minute, figure-wise, I'm doing the Dune video, so that's it. It takes me a while to get a video out these days just because I have a podcast that I do now. So I'm doing a lot of work on the podcast on another channel called the Create the Courage podcast. I just interviewed a guy, right, who can do the Green Goblin. He did it for me on the show. He sounds just like Willem Dafoe. He can literally...
Misery.
If you close your eyes, you think it's from the movie. And he's got like a photographic memory, so he can remember all the lines. His name's Mr. Blood. He's blowing up on TikTok at the moment.
I think I've seen him.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's really good.
I have. Yeah, I have seen it. Yeah.
Not to mention,
I'm looking at it right now.
You got to interview Cosplay Chris, dude. I messaged you about that. I was like, dude, what the hell?
Cosplay Chris.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's cool, man. So I'm doing that podcast a lot. So I'm trying to get an episode out a week of that. But figure-wise, probably the Deadpool unboxing will be the next thing I do. Then will be the Dune video. and then maybe the Mark 6 quarter scale posing video.
Please
will
and thank
probably
you.
be the next. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I drink
Hard to
coffee
film
those,
those
bro.
ones, but yeah, hard to film those, but it's just such a cool figure. I think I'm gonna have a play with it. So that's it for me on figure stuff. Oh, and I just got a Spider-Man mask from Joey Design. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but it's sick. I got a Tom Holland Spider-Man mask. I might do a brief little review on that. And I got the one coming from Caven Creations with the moving lenses.
Ooh,
His
nice.
next batch that he's
That's dope.
dropping, from
Hell yeah,
the final
dude.
swimsuit. So yeah, I'll probably do that as well when it comes in. Something different prop wise as opposed to figure wise.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Before I close out the stream, I just wanted to give a shout out to DK here. What is up, Damon? He is supposed to be, I believe, on our Talking Born Again stream coming up this Wednesday. And I had technical difficulties last week, so we have 4 episodes to talk about this week, y'all. It's going to be quite the extensive show. Renz Talentino came in here. Good to see you, bro. Thank you for stopping by. And speaking of stopping by, please stop by all these fine gentlemen's channel. The link is in the description down below. Please subscribe to Iron Logan, Zord Photography, and Collector Joey. As far as what I've got going on the channel, I would like to announce something now that we have reached the end of the Iron Man ranking. Zord kind of briefly touched on that, and if you're interested, you are more than welcome, all of you, to come back to do this. We've done Iron Man, so now we got to take a look at Spider-Man. It's another character that gets a lot of hot toys made for him. So the Spider-Man ranking will be coming next. I think it'd be cool to probably do that in May, probably to mirror the original release of the OG film. So if y'all are down, we'll rank some Spider-Man next.
I'm down. I'm down.
I already know what my answer is going to be. Yeah, but I'm down.
We'll see. I'm going to make that one harder, Joey, just because you wanted to talk shit. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Talking Born Again, of course, on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. CST. Like I said, this week we have 4 episodes to cover with Aiden Collects, of course, and of course, like I just mentioned, DK. This is gonna be his first stream, by the way, so come by and support, give him a shout out. Copper Drop, of course, on Thursdays. And I know a collection tour has been promised for like 2 months now. It's coming, people. Okay, what do you expect when I got Hall of Armor coming in left and right, and then like a week later or 2 weeks later, I have another one coming in? I want to just see what's going on, and then I'll film it, and then I'll produce the best collection video that I can for you guys. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Parks Industries. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace out.